Hi everyone, please do subscribe our Varshita Education channel. So if you have any queries, if you have any comments or anything, so just please give your valuable comments. Definitely we'll consider in a next videos. So now the REST methods. So what is mean by REST methods? So we already know that we already discussed about the REST. So representational state transfer. This is one kind of the integration methodology. So we can try to integrate the third party applications. So in previous video, we already discussed about the REST. Okay, now the what kind of the methods are there? So now I'll discuss about that. So we have the 5 types of methods are there. One is a get method, and next one is a post method, and another one is a put method, and next one delete and patch. So what is mean by get? Get means is nothing but retrieve the data. For example, so I'll explain. There is a simple way. I need to get some kind of the data from the service now incident. Okay, in our incident, I need to get some kind of the data. Yes, only just receiving the data only we can use this one. So that is a get. Okay, so that's the reason. And next one is a post methodology is there. Post is nothing but creating a record. When I'm ready to use the post methodology, we need to create one incident like this, and we need to just create one kind of the any just like a change or like a problem, anything we can create it. That's called as a post methodology. Okay, and next one is a put methodology. So what do we mean by put? Put means nothing but it's updating the existing record. For example, I need to update the a already existing record. The first one, what I said, the get means we need to retrieve only data, and next one means there is a post means we need to create a new record. But now put is not like that. Already created existing record is there, so we need to update it. That is called as a put methodology. And next one is a delete methodology. So delete means we already know that that's a deleting the existing record. Okay, so for example, if I need to just delete some kind of the query type of question I given, so I need to delete this kind of the records by using the REST methodology. So that's a very important one. So we need to delete it. That's why there is a REST method is there, is a delete. And next one is a patch. Patch means updating the existing record partially. So we need to just update the some kind of the records by just using the partial methodology. It means like it partially it can try to just update it. So most probably updating put and patch, mostly it will be same, but a little bit small changes are there. Like a so put is nothing but totally existing the record, we need to update it, and patch is nothing but already existing record, but partially we need to update it, some little bit kind of the areas. Okay, so what kind of the required roles are there? So it's very important. The roles are also required. What kind of the required to create this kind of the REST methodology? So we need to go with a web service admin. So who has the role of web service admin? That person can ready to create the REST method. And next one, so REST API Explorer. Who has a API Explorer? That people can able to create this REST methods like a get, post, put, delete, patch, or admin. So as usual, admins are having the whole and soul access to create anything. Okay, so that's the reason. So here we can see that different. For example, I need to create any third-party applications. So is it possible to create third-party applications? Yes. So we need to check it. For example, for the practice purpose, we need to use even third-party applications to create the REST, and so inbound and outbound calls, whether it is a the response is coming from the third-party applications or not. Everything we need to check by using the Postman application. This is a one environment that's outside the third-party application. So there is a free of cost. It will give that applications to check whether our the service now REST methodology is working or not. Everything we need to check with by using this test API. Okay, so that's a third party application is we use, that is a Postman application. Okay, and now we have the CRUD operations are there. So in our service now we have the CRUD operations are there. What does mean by CRUD operations? In ServiceNow REST, we need to use CRUD operations. CRUD is nothing but create, read, update, delete. So these many methodologies we can use in a REST. Means we can create the records by using the REST methodology, and we can read the records by using the REST methodology, and updating the records, and as well as delete the records by using the REST methodology. So that's a very, very important thing, that is a CRUD operations. So that's why REST we can use the CRUD operation. Simple. In a short form, CRUD we can do it. Okay. So that's the reason. So, and we have the different type of APIs are there. So what is the API? Okay. So we have the three major and three APIs are there. One is the table API, and next one is the aggregate API, and next one is the metric API. So what is meant by table API? So table level. So we already know that as a table level means, for example, so if you use the incident table, change table, problem table, whatever it may be tables we can use. So all will come under to this table API side. Okay, just we can see that table API. See, actually API Explorer, how it should be API Explorer once you see that ServiceNow as a web service provider, like a third-party applications are sending requests to the ServiceNow via REST API. So by using the third-party applications, I said just previous videos I said already. So that is a Zira. For example, Zira is one example we taken. So that Zira is right to send one kind of the request so to the service now, so for fetching the data from the incident table. Okay, so create a record in incident table. Okay, so when it can write to just request something in our service now side, what we call that each and everything request, whatever it may be, everything will be creating one record in a incident table, like a incidents are created. Okay, yes or no? If any request is coming from the third party applications, it will create as a incident record in a incident table. Then again, ServiceNow instance will give the reply to these third party applications. So that is called as a response. So is a inbound or outbound applications. So third party applications are right to send the request to the ServiceNow side, means it's a inbound. Okay, that is called as a inbound. So now just keep in your mind that is the inbound integration side. Okay, so now you see here table side APIs. So it will connect to different tables and it will create, read, update and delete data from the different tables of ServiceNow with the help of a table APIs. What does that means? Just now I said that. So table APIs is nothing but where the different type of tables are using to create, read, delete and update the options. Okay, different type of tables are there now, in that by using the help of the APIs. So that's we call as a table API. Okay, so in the table API is also some of the extra things also there, like a attachment API is also there. So if you want to upload any attachment or query on any attachment, use attachment API. For example, so we need to attach, so that query so is coming from the third party applications. For example, Zira is sending some attachment to the ServiceNow tool. Okay, so that kind of the everything will be just coming to the under attachment API. Okay, so then email API is also there. So if you want to send or receive messages, in that case we use the email APIs. For example, I need to just send a one record. I need to send kind of the email, for example, not for the record. I need to send a one email notification to the particular user something. So third party applications are right to send some kind of email notifications to this ServiceNow side in a incident or something. Okay, so these kind of all will be just coming together and make it as a email APIs. And next one is the aggregate API is also there. So what is mean by aggregate API? If you want to count number of records in any table, we can use aggregate API. So simple, the count of records. For example, in an incident, so around 1000 records are there. So what we call that? Yes. So aggregate API can ready to count the number of records are generated in an incident table. How many records are present in that table? So that API can ready to count it. Okay, so that is called as a aggregate API. And how it should be REST Explorer means, see here. So in our ServiceNow side, REST Explorer will looks like this: REST API Explorer. Okay, so this will be available. Uh, so in a next class, definitely we'll show that in a practical demonstration. So to creating of a CRUD methodology, like a methods are there, na? So CRUD. So create, read, delete. Okay. So and update also, I think, sorry. So update the record. So the CRUD operations and everything. So one by one, by using the ServiceNow and third party application side, we need to integrate, okay, get put methodology in our next videos. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel.